When the show starts, can you talk about the kind of relationship that Camille and Kirsten have?
Sure. At the outset, when you first meet Kirsten and Camille, their relationship is tenuous at best. They are competitive with each other, but they're competitive academically, they're competitive career-wise. And what we eventually learn is that Camille has been hired to keep tabs on Kirsten on behalf of the Stitchers program while they prepare to recruit her. Which for Camille was a no-brainer. She's not yet done with graduate school, and this cushy government job falls into her lap that'll pay off all her student loans. Yes, please, I'll take that. As I've said to a few people, the roommate dynamic is never going to be smooth sailing at all times, and especially two girls living together, working for the same top secret agency, and one of them has a very unusual neurological condition. Tensions will be high. They're not going to see eye to eye on all the same things. But Camille, can't deny the fact that as odd and at times irritating as Kirsten is, she's really great at stitching. She's a natural at it, and she's helping people, and it's kind of fascinating to watch.
Did Camille know Marta at all?
No, Camille and Marta never cross paths. They don't tell me anything.
Okay.
I'm just meeting Les Turner for the first time in the finale. He walks in, he's bossing us around. I'm like, who's this guy? What is he saying? No.
In the time that you were doing Warehouse 13, Sally Richardson was also on Eureka. Did the two of you interact then, and what's it like to work together now?
We did interact. We saw each other at Comic-Con for 6 years and at all the sci-fi events and parties, so I had no idea until about a week before we started shooting that Sally was part of the cast, and I was so happy to see a familiar face. It's like ABC Family is a very new world for me to be plunged into, and so I was like, another sci-fi girl. We can hold hands through this together. And it's great. It's so nice to have someone on set that, that knows me, and that it was like a nice totem, if you will.
Will we be seeing anybody else that you worked with at Warehouse 13 on this new show?
Not yet, although I've been lobbying for Saul Rubinek and Neil Grayston both. Those are my homies for life.
So Camille can be kind of bold.
Yeah, she's a brassy broad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my inspiration for her is like a little bit drag queen, but also just like it's kind of silly and inside, and maybe this is like not at all a good answer to give, but it's true. I mean, she's a combination of like Kim Cattrall, Megan Mullally, Alana Glazer from Broad City, and also a friend of mine named Bonnie. Like, just kind of fabulous and sassy, and she happens to be really into computers and has a couple degrees. Okay, why not?
Well, on a non-fabulous note, I know others have asked you about this. What is the set that we're in right now?
Oh my God, this room. It was a flashback set to Kirsten's childhood. And I'm trying to think of any more details I can give without giving any spoilers, but we have a really awesome guest star who is eventually revealed to be her father, and I was so nervous I couldn't meet him because he's great.
Well, does Kirsten open up at all now that she's part of the Stitchers program? Does it get through to her condition, her temporal dysplasia?
Slowly but surely. I think it's in episode 6, we as a team, by accident, learn a lot about what happened to Kirsten in her childhood that may have made her this way, and it's heartbreaking. So we all sort of come away from that with a fresh sense of sympathy for her, as much as she can be sort of an annoying or insensitive or just brusque presence, especially when it comes to young corpses coming in. We get it a little more after we hear in episode 6. Yeah.
Stitchers has a really amazing set where they do the stitching and all that. Can you talk about what your reaction was the first time you saw that?
When I walked into the set, I was like, wait a minute, this looks an awful lot like Eureka. Which they probably wouldn't like for me to say, but it's true. I love the tank. I think the corpse cassette is such a nifty idea, and Yeah, I mean, it's just it's exciting, and I think that the cinematography of it is going to give a lot of life to those sequences. Because to shoot them, I can't lie to you, it's so grueling and boring to shoot the Stitches, because it's just a lot of pieces. It's all bits and pieces, and poor Emma is just sitting in that tank of water all day, getting pruny. But it's warm. I'm sure it's like not uncomfortable. But at any rate, it's a slow-going process, and then when you watch it, it's very like high octane and exciting.
And can you talk about how Stitchers is a new kind of show for ABC Family?
I think the average ABC Family fan is probably used to seeing family dramas and romance and things of that nature. So we take romance and relationships, and we throw it into the context of a crime procedural with elements of sci-fi and action genre. So I think it's a great fit with people who've grown up watching Pretty Little Liars, but are now grown up. People more around our age, right, the age of the cast, who are looking for something new and exciting and sexy and scary.